I'm Wade Pearson, the designer of the Super Tanker. You know, this is the smartest way to store water in your home. The Super Tanker has tremendous advantages that most other large volume water storage containers just can't compare with. Number one, we designed the tank 28 by 36 on the footprint. So 28 inches slim means it'll go through any doorway in your house. 36 inches deep is still a very reasonable depth to put in any space in your basement or in your garage. Some of the great advantages to the design of the Super Tanker include being able to easily dispense into a 5-gallon container out of the spigot, which is actually 19 inches off the floor. We've also got a 3/4 inch ball valve on the bottom with the hose bib adapter. This allows you to hook up a garden hose and drain and transport the balance of the water that's left after you get down to the spigot location. Up top, we've got a very innovative lid, which we actually import from Italy. It's a spring-loaded vented cap. The advantage to that is there's just enough airflow with that spring-loaded action that it prevents any kind of an airlock situation when you're dispensing water from any of the fittings. Underneath the cap, we have a heavy-duty gasket that seals the container in static storage when you're not moving water through any of the fittings. The engineering on the tank is really innovative. It's a seamless rotation mold process that we use to produce the Super Tanker. With that in mind, there's no seams. There's no place for the water to leak out. The bulkheads here where the fittings screw into are recessed, so that makes it easy for shipping and moving. The other advantage is we've got two sizes and two colors. The 250-gallon full-size unit will still clear an 8-foot ceiling because it's only about 7 feet high. It takes up the same footprint as the 125 with twice the volume. So being sensitive to people's budget, I still say this is the best buy. Your price per gallon is less on the 250 than it is on the 125. When you compare this to other standard water storage containers like the 55-gallon drums which have been around forever, these drums take up more space. Two of them take up more space than one 250 Super Tanker. And with that in mind, you're getting 5 times the volume than you would with one 55-gallon drum. And so it's a much smarter way to store your water in a smaller space. Again, minimize the valuable floor space, maximize the volume of water. Two important questions that our customers are always asking us is, number one, how much water do I need to store? And number two, how long does it last, or how long until I should rotate that water out? To address the first one, the average rule of thumb for water storage for human consumption is based on 2 gallons per person per day. And with that in mind, if you were to cut that back to a little bit less than that, 1 gallon per person per day, this 250-gallon Super Tanker would support one person for 250 days on 1 gallon per person per day. The other thing is, if you were in a real ration mode situation, you could actually support a family of 4 for 250 days based on 1 quart of water per person per day. So, very smart way to store your water storage. Next question was, how long until you rotate the water? Ideally, regular chlorinated tap water should be rotated every 6 months. Water is a solvent, it does break down, it doesn't last forever. Minimize the floor space, maximize the volume, seamless rotation mode. It'll clear any 8-foot ceiling. It comes complete with the valve set. You can easily dispense with a gravity-fed system. The spring-loaded vented cap gives you a scenario where you never have to deal with an airlock. It's the smartest way to store your water in home.